was peacefully reading a sci-fi novel on a sunny park bench when a strange woman marched right up to me, wound up her arm, and slapped me directly across the face. "Get out of here, perv," she snarled. My head snapped back in pure, unadulterated shock. The sharp sting radiated across my cheek, but I forced my hands to stay completely flat against my thighs. "What the hell is wrong with you?" I demanded. Every instinct in my body screamed to stand up, but as a black man sitting alone in a suburban park, I knew exactly how this could end. If I stood up abruptly, if I raised my hands to block another strike from a screaming white woman, I would be in handcuffs before I could explain my side of the story. I kept my posture strictly non-threatening, and my voice dangerously calm. "You're taking photos of our children," a blonde woman standing right next to the ringleader hissed, crossing her arms. I scrunched my face in absolute disgust. "Why on earth would you think that? I'm literally just reading a book. Don't you dare lie to us. We saw you pointing your phone at that little girl by the slide," the third woman, a brunette in expensive athleisure wear, accused. I took a deep, steadying breath, explaining that I was simply checking my text messages from my girlfriend Jada to see when she was arriving at the park. "Likely story," the red-haired ringleader snarled, stepping closer to loom over my bench. "That is exactly what a predator would say to cover their tracks." "Are you all insane?" I asked. "I would never harm a child. We watched you for over 30 minutes. We have proof," the brunette snapped. She unlocked her smartphone and shoved the bright screen directly into my face. The supposed proof was a deeply unsettling series of stealth photographs they had taken of me, without my knowledge. It showed me sitting on the bench, smiling softly, when a stray soccer ball rolled over to my feet, and glancing up from my book when a kid had yelled excitedly on the jungle gym. It was perfectly normal, harmless behavior, twisted entirely out of context to fit their sick narrative. "We don't care that you're black. We care that you're staking out which child to steal," the ringleader shouted, deliberately raising her voice to maximum volume to draw a crowd. Other parents started inching closer, abandoning their picnic blankets. Their eyes were full of suspicion. A heavy, suffocating pit formed in my stomach. I was being completely surrounded by a hostile crowd, ready to believe the absolute worst. "Just leave right now," the brunette demanded, pointing toward the parking lot. "I am waiting for my girlfriend and her little girl," I snapped, my hands twitching with pent-up frustration. "They love playing at this specific park. I'm not leaving until they get here." The women scoffed in performative disgust, stepping even closer to physically intimidate me. The murmurs from the surrounding crowd were growing louder. "Why the hell are you bothering my boyfriend?" a sharp, furious voice demanded from behind the crowd. I exhaled a massive, shaking breath of relief. It was Jada. Before the three women could even process what was happening, Jada's 6-year-old daughter, Jana, sprinted right through the circle of angry adults. She hopped directly onto my lap, completely oblivious to the tension. "Julian!" she cheered, throwing her tiny arms tightly around my neck. "How are you doing, sweetheart?" I asked, my heart instantly melting as I hugged her back. "Better now that we're here with you," she giggled brightly. Jada stepped right up to the red-haired ringleader, her eyes blazing with absolute, protective fury. "Stop racially profiling my partner and go watch your own damn kids before I call the police for assault," Jada snapped. The three women instantly froze like statues, the angry color completely drained from their faces, replaced by sickening dread as they realized how horribly, humiliatingly wrong they were. The surrounding parents immediately looked away in deep shame, awkwardly scattering back to their own families. Jada leaned down and kissed me, completely ignoring the women as they scurried away like frightened, embarrassed mice. We never had another issue at that park again. In fact, Jana actually ended up becoming best friends with those women's kids in kindergarten. The absolute best part of my weekends now is sitting on that exact same bench, casually chatting and laughing with their husbands about sports, while those three wives are forced to stand as far away from me as physically possible out of sheer, suffocating embarrassment.